Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivsari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivsari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deen Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopikante Radha Kante Namostute. तप्त कंचन गौरंगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरि राधे गोलोकानंद भगवान की
जय।
हरे कृष्णा
everybody.
Hare
Krishna everyone.
Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna.
Shivam.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Swami is smiling. Hello Mayur. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hello Tarun.
Hare Krishna.
Right. So last week we completed Adhyaya 16. Right. So in Adhyaya 16, so we are reading, of course, Canto 1. Yeah, as we know, right, there are 12 cantos in whole Srimad Bhagvatam. And how many Adhyayas are there? Do you remember? How many chapters are there total?
800 something.
No, 332 or something.
Right, 332. So we have 332 Adhyayas so far. And how many we have completed?
16.
16.
Yeah. So we completed 16, but that's not bad, right? We just in last couple of months, we have completed 16 Adhyayas. And the Canto 1, there are 12 cantos, as you can see. And total of 12 cantos, there are 18,000 shloks. Yeah, 18,000 shloks. So in Canto 1, we have completed 16 Adhyayas. And, you know, every chapter, there has been a specific title, there has been a specific significance, a specific devotional aspect, a specific knowledge aspect. So, you know, we have seen thoroughly, thoroughly enjoyed reading that, right? All of us together. So we are progressing slowly and slowly. And so we are now on chapter 17, which is punishment and reward of Kali. So in chapter 16, we saw how Maharaj Parikshit has reached at Saraswati river. And while he was reaching to Saraswati river with his horses, right, with his rath, and what color of horses his rath had?
Black.
Black, sham color, right? And his dhwaj had what flag?
Surya.
Lion.
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 It's had a lion's flag, right? So he is moving, and then meanwhile we saw the conversation between Dharam and Prithvi. Yeah. So we remember, like, Dharam came in, he asked for Prithvi, like, why are you looking so disappointed? What's going on? Has this happened? Has that happened? And ultimately Prithvi is telling that also Lord Krishna has left, and you know she is not happy. And Dharam itself was also standing only on one leg. So Dharam has 4 legs, but in the form of Bel, he was standing only on the one leg, right? So now Maharaj Parikshit has reached to Saraswati river, and let's see what happens next, right? So punishment and reward of Kali is the title of this Adhyaya. And text 1. Sutta vacha tatra gomithunam raja hanyamana manatvata dandahastam cha vrishalam dadrishe nipilachanam. So Soham?
Ruta Goswami said, after reaching their place, Maharaj Parikshit observed that a lower caste Sudra, dressed like a king, was beating a cow and a bull with a club as if they were no owner. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, right? So what Maharaj Parikshit sees is that someone has dressed like a king and he's beating a cow and a bull. Yeah. And it's not auspicious and it's not good to do that. Yeah. So, second Ravi.
Vrisham mridal dhavalam mehant vimiva vibhatyam vepamanan padaikena sitadanta shudratarinam. The bull was as white as lotus flower. He was terrified of the Shudra who was beating him, and he was so afraid that he was standing on one leg, tumbling and urinating. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, right? So bull was so scared because he was being beaten. And actually, let's just read those last 4 lines. Shivam, do you want to read?
The citizens will be free to act as they like, without respect to Sastra and Guru. The bull standing on one leg indicates that the principles of religion are gradually diminishing. Even though the fragmental existence of religious principles will be embarrassed by so many obstacles, as if in the trembling condition of falling down.
Right? So we saw like, yeah, so bull is representing the religion. Yeah. Anilji?
Yeah. Gam cha dharm dugham dinam vrasham shudra padatam vivatsama shubhadanam kshamam yavasamikshati. Although the cow is beneficial because one can draw religious principles from her, she was now rendered poor and calfless. Her legs were being beaten by a Sudra. There were tears in her eyes, and she was distressed and weak. She was hankering after some grass in the field. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, right? So the cow is also being beaten. And by a Sudra here, Shudra doesn't really mean that, you know, the caste which is a Shudra. The Shudra means anyone who is doing those lower level karmas is a Shudra, right? That's how it's being clarified. Sachin?
पप्रच्छ रथमारूढ़ कार्तर स्वर परिच्छदम मेघ गंभीर्या वाचा समारोप पित कामूर्ख. Maharaja Parikshit, well equipped with arrows and bow and seated on a gold embossed chariot, spoke to him, to the Sudra, with a deep voice sounding like a thunder.
Sounding like a thunder, right? So Maharaj Parikshit is there, he's seeing this happening. So Megha Gambhir Yavacha, right? So that's like thunder. Maharaj Parikshit is now speaking to the person who has been beating. Okay. Nisha?
प्रस्तवं मच्छरणे लोके बलाद्यस्य बलान् बलि नरदेवोऽसि वेषेण नरवत्कर्मणा द्विजः. Oh, who are you? You appear to be strong, and yet you dare kill within my protection those who are helpless. By your dress, you pose yourself to be godly man, king, but by your deeds, you are opposing the principles of the twice-born Kshatriyas. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, right? So by your deeds, the way what you are doing right now is you are not following the right principles. Tarun?
Yaswam Krishne gate duram sagandivya dhanyavana sochosya sochana rahasi praharan vad baharsi. You rogue, do you dare beat an innocent cow because Lord Krishna and Arjuna, the carrier of the Gandiva, are out of sight? Since you are beating the innocent in a secluded place, you are considered a culprit and therefore deserve to be killed. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, right? So Maharaj Parikshit is basically telling him that, hey, this is not going to be acceptable. Mayur?
From Bhavama Mruna Ladval Padevnathan Padacharan Rich Rupen Kim Trishid Devo Na Parikhetyan. Then Maharaj Parikshit, asked the bull, "Oh, who are you? Are you a bull as white as a white lotus, or are you a demigod? You have lost 3 of your legs and are moving on only one. Are you some demigod causing us grief in the form of a bull?"
Right. So Maharaj Parikshit is thinking, like, in his kingdom, how come this is happening, right? How can this happen? So he's suspecting the bull, like, you're a bull, but are you really only a bull, or are you someone else, right? So are you a demigod, right? A devata? So that's the question Maharaj Parikshit is posing to the bull. Yeah. Soham?
At least at the time of Maharaj Parikshit, no one could imagine the wretched conditions condition of the cow and the bull. Maharaj Parikshit therefore was astonished to see such a horrible scene. He inquired whether the bull was not a demigod, assuming such a wretched condition to indicate the future of the cow and the bull. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Right. Thank you. Anilji?
Yeah. Yeah. न जातु कौरवेन्द्राणां दोर्दंड परिरंभिते भूतले अनुपतन त्यस्मिन् बिनाते प्राणिनां शुचः. Now for the first time in a kingdom well protected by the arm of the kings of the Kuru dynasty, I see you grieving with tears in your eyes. Up till now, no one on earth has ever shed tears because of royal negligence. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Right. Shivam, do you want to read the last line?
Men and animals were equally protected as far as life was concerned. That is the way in God's kingdom. Hare Krishna.
Right. So everyone, every soul, everyone is equally protected, not just the human beings. Yeah. Nisha?
Ma saurabhe yat shucho vishilad bhayam ma rodiramba bhadram te phalana mai shastri. O son of Surabhi, you need lamb no longer now. There is no need to fear this low-class Sudra, and O mother cow, as long as I am living as the ruler and subduer of envious men, there is no cause for you to cry. Everything will be good for you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Right. So son of Surabhi is the cow in the Vaikunt, like it says, as men are made after the form and features of the Supreme Lord, right? So we do have some form and some features of the Supreme Lord, right? So we have a soul which is connected to the Supreme Soul, and we have some qualities, right? The Supreme Lord Krishna has 64 qualities, right? Some of which we saw. We also have similar, not 64, right? But we probably have in tens some qualities of that, but we have some form and feature of the Supreme Lord. That is how we are connected to the Supreme Lord, right? So the cows are made after the form and features of the Surbhi cows in the spiritual kingdom. So Vaikuंठ में जो सुरभि गाय होती है, उनका extension है cows on the earth, yeah. And Shivam, read.
There has sometimes been agitation for the protection of the cow, but for want of pious executive heads and suitable laws, the cow and the bull are not given protection. The human society should recognize the importance of the cow and the bull and thus give all the protection to these important animals, following the footsteps of Maharaja Parikshit. For protecting the cows and the Brahmanical culture, the Lord, who is very kind to the cow and the Brahmanas, Brahmana Hitaya, will be pleased with us and will bestow upon us real peace. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, right? Like we all know, like how cows were favorite of Lord Sri Krishna. Yeah, Ravi?
यस्य राष्ट्रे प्रजाः सर्वास्त्रयन्ते साधुभिः तस्य मत्यस्य नशन्ति कीर्तिरायुर्भोर्गो गतिम् एष राज्ञा परो धर्मो हार्तता नामतिनिग्रह अत एन वदिष्यामि भूतरुद्रुह मत्सतमम्. O Chastevan, the king's good name, duration of the life, and the good rebirth vanish when all kinds of living beings are terrified by the miscreants of his kingdom. It is certainly the prime duty of the king to subdue first the sufferings of those who suffer. Therefore, I must kill the most wretched man because he is violent against other living beings. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, right? So king is of course looking at his duties, and now what is this human life important for, right? That is what he explained here in like last 4 lines. Yeah. So Soham, just read through this, please.
The human life is especially meant for knowing the science of God, but foolish creatures, especially in the age of Kali, instead of knowing God scientifically, make propaganda against religious belief as well as the existence of God, even though they're always bound by the laws of God, by the symptoms of birth, death, old age, and disease. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Right. So there's so much science and everything is good, right? But we definitely know that those things are true, right? The birth, death, the old age, disease, everyone becomes older day by day, right? Some people become younger maybe, but most people become older, right? But the fact is that those symptoms are there, we see it, and it's all kind of animals, all kind of human beings, even devatas, right? Their age is different, right? For example, human beings, it's supposed to be 100 years is the expectation, right? Like remember we talked about what is the expectation of age in Treta Yuga, in Dwapar Yuga, in Satyug, right? And in Kali Yuga. So in Kali Yuga, the original expectation, it was about 100 years age on average. So those symptoms are there, right? All those are there, and those are the laws by God, right? And people can call it laws by nature, but the fact is there is something, things are not happening on its own. So, but what is being told is that, instead of knowing the science of God, right, the spiritual science, what we are trying to do, we are just trying to make propaganda against, say, that is not possible, that is, and this is just like a fake religious belief or something like that about existence of God. However, we all know that there are laws of God and everyone is bound by those. Yeah. So that is what is being emphasized here. So we are going to pause here on Shlok 11, and then we can continue from here. I just want to do any questions, any comments, anyone? So also on Saturday, we had this kirtan. I think most of you were there. That was really nice. See everyone and to hear from all these different kirtan leaders. And now, of course, we have holidays coming up. So one thing I wanted to find out, like how everyone wants to do, like, shall we take a pause for next week or so? Or we can continue. What is everyone's thought?
Well, nobody's going anywhere, so
Yeah, so, or maybe I can put it in our voting group and then everyone can vote, because I know some people, I mean, we also know the kids are home, even though they have been working from home or whatever, but I know some have been outside, they're back home. So I'll just put it on the voting group and see how everyone thinks, and then we'll go from there, right?
Okay.
We'll do that. So I'll put that tonight so that tomorrow we can finalize. And then right now we'll just play the kirtan for 5 minutes. Yeah. Any other suggestions, comments, anyone?
When are the holidays from? Dates in US?
Well, basically what happens is, like, I mean, it's kind of started like last 2 weeks are like this, basically. So it goes till January 3rd. And then from January 4th, everyone again starts.
Resume.
Yeah, so we'll have 10, almost 12 days break if we do that, right? But let's make sure everyone's voting power, democracy, and based on that we'll decide. Okay. So let's hear this beautiful Krishna bhajan.
Rather increase the timings because everyone is on holidays.
I'll put that as an option. Right? I'll put that as an option too. So let's see how many votes we get for that. Yeah, if we increase the timing, we can, we have a long way to go in Srimad Bhagvatam, so we can do more. But yeah, let's keep it nice, a balanced time. So, okay.
Okay.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,